Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and if you are new to this channel, you're very much welcome. So in today's video, I'll be teaching you how to cut and sew this blazer blouse. In my previous tutorial which I uploaded months ago, I drafted the pattern of this blouse. So in this particular tutorial, I'll be teaching you how to cut and also how to join the pieces together. So this pattern you are seeing right now are the pattern I drafted in my previous video. So I'll be linking it in the comment section for you to watch the pattern drafting video. So in this tutorial, I'll be doing some modification to this pattern on the sleeve and also on the collar. So and this is what the outcome of the blouse looks like after I was done sewing. So if this is a tutorial you're interested in, please like this video, drop a lovely comment in the comment section, share this video with your friends, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. So these are the pattern that I drafted some months ago. So I'll be linking the link to the video in the comment section. I'll pin it in the comment section, or I'll just link it up here for you to see. So this is the front bodies. So this is what the front bodies look like. So this is the sleeve. I'm just making a plain sleeve. So this is the back bodies also, and for the neckline, I'm not adding a collar to the neckline. I'm just making it plain like this. So after I was done cutting, I've added the seam allowance to the sides. I added 1.5, and to the other side I added just half inch, and I also did the same thing too for this other side of the pattern. So this is what it looks like. So for the side I added 1.5 inches, and for the other side I added just half inch all round. So I'll go ahead and cut the back also. So this is what the back looks like. Then I'll go ahead and also cut the lining. So I'll go ahead and cut the lining too. So this is the back, and I also added the joining allowance, the side allowance, and every other allowance needed. So I went ahead to mark it on it. So this is the sleeve. Like I said, I'm just making a straight sleeve. From the inspiration, there is a flare at the edge, and if you want to watch my pattern drafting video, I also explain how to cut that, but I'm not using that. I just want a plain sleeve. So what I'm recreating is just a plain sleeve, so it's just straight like this. So this is what I will be using. So these are all the fabrics that I cut out. Then I'll go ahead and cut a matching lining to this. So after cutting a matching lining, I also added stay to the main fabric. I added stay to the fabric. So you can either add the stay to the fabric or to the lining. So after that, I went ahead to make the darts. So as you can see that I've already made the darts on these front bodies and on the back bodies too. So I transferred the dart from the pattern to the fabric. So I already made the dart on it, and this is what they are looking like. So for my front, I'm doubling the fabric, so I'm not using lining for the front. I just cut the fabric in two places. So after I went ahead to turn these back bodies with my lining, as you can see, I've turned every side. The only opening I have is the only opening I have now is at the shoulder and also at the armhole side. So for the back, this is what the back looks like. So I went ahead to turn this also. Like I said earlier, I'm using fabric, the same fabric for the lining and for the main fabric for the front. So I cut out 2 each on both sides. So now we have to place this on each other. You know, it is like a false jacket, so it has to overlap like this. So you have to make sure it overlaps like this. So for these scallop edges that we have at the neckline, when you want to sew, you can just use half inch sewing allowance, quarter inch rather, to sew, so that when you are turning, this thing can turn out perfectly. Or if you use half inch, just make sure you trim it out to like quarter inch at the end, so that when you are turning, it can turn out nice, and when you are ironing, it will come out nice too. So for this overlapping, there are 2 ways to it. You can either sew it like this. Can I that just place it like this and sew it, or you can place it on each other like this, then you go ahead and just sew. So for you to know the amount of fabric you should push in at this area, you can use your nipple to nipple measurement. That is your dart measurement. You know, the distance between your dart at the waist area is your nipple to nipple measurement. So you can measure that. Or another thing you can use to determine this is your waist measurement, or you can just measure your bust measurement with your sewing allowance. You know the sewing allowance you left at both sides. So with that, you should know the amount of fabric you should push in at this area. So after you are sure about that, you go ahead and just sew on top. So the best method to do this is to sew this on top with just half inch, so that when you place the button on it, it will look like a jacket. So after you are done, you go ahead and just join this at the shoulder area and also by the side. So you go ahead and join that. So after I was done, this is what it looks like, and this is my sleeve. So for my sleeve, I went ahead to hem it, and I've also ironed it down like this. So I'll be fixing the sleeve in on both sides. So after sewing the sleeve, this is what it looks like. So this is what it looks like. So the next thing I will be doing now is to fix this false pocket that we have at the waist area. So for we to know the length of this false pocket, what I did was to measure my half length, that is from my shoulder to my waist. Then I went down by 1.5 inches. So you measure from your shoulder to your waist, then you add about 1.5 inches, or you can just place it exactly on it. So for the measurement of the false pocket, the smaller one is like 4.5 inches by 1.5 inches length, while the other one is 4.5 by 3 inches. So you go ahead and you just place this at wherever you want to place it on. You can either use your half length measurement, or you can go down by 1.5 or 1 inch. So after you are sure of where you want to place this, you go ahead and you just sew. You sew on top. So after you are done sewing, this is what it will look like. The next thing is to add our button at this area. So you can either use the same fabric as the button, that is a cover button, or you can just use a plain black button. So I'm using black because I combine this wine with black, so you can either use a black button. So I used a black button, and this is what it looks like. So this is what it looks like. Make sure you leave space in between, and make sure the space are the same. So the next thing to do now is to fix the zipper, and after fixing the zipper, this is what the blouse looks like. So it came out beautiful and perfect. Like I said, if you haven't seen the pattern drafting of this video, I would link it in the comment section. So thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.